Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel, Tara Talks Books, where we talk everything bookish. So today I'm doing my first check-in for my TBR Takedown. So this is episode 1, and I'm actually really excited. I do have some changes that I think I'm going to do that I think will be more engaging and more fun for this TBR Takedown challenge that I am currently putting myself on. But without further ado, let's go through what I picked out of my jar and then what I read, and yeah, we'll go from there. So during my TBR takedowns, I was planning on doing my jar picks during my TBR videos. So the first one that I actually picked was Person's Name in a Title, which was submitted by Terry. So thank you so much, Terry. And the one I ended up picking is actually Pestilence by Laura Thalassa, and Pestilence is a name of the character in this book, and I did end up reading it, so go me. I read this during January. January? Yes, January, because I picked it out for my January TBR. And so this one follows Pestilence and Sarah. So he is actually the god of, like, or he's known or associated with like plagues and diseases which ultimately cause death. So he comes down, and anywhere that he goes on earth becomes infected and people die. And Sarah is in a group of like firefighters. She's one of them, and she picks the short end of the straw, and she has to stay behind, and because they find out Pestilence is coming to town, and so everybody will die. They've tend to like evacuate towns, and these were the ones left in that town. And so again, she picks the short end of the straw, and she has to try and kill Pestilence. Well, she does. She ultimately I think she ends up like killing him or unaliving him with an arrow. But the thing of it is he can't really die. So she thinks he's dead, but then he comes back to life. And it goes from there. He ends up taking her as his prisoner, and it is a slow burn romance from there. And obviously, enemies to lovers, where slowly they learn things about each other. She learns more about Pestilence. He learns more about the human race. And so it was a good one. I think I ended up giving this one a 4-star. I love this cover. It's just gorgeous. Look at him. Okay. So anyways, really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to continue on in the series because y'all know how excellent I am with series. But I definitely, like I said, I gave it a 4-star and I enjoyed it. But I'll let you know if I do continue with the series. And it's not because it was bad or anything. It's just because I'm not a series reader. And then out of my other jar, I picked in my 12 books in 12 months, I picked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. And so this is kind of my check-in for my jars that I picked out of during my TBR takedown. So I did read this one, and I actually really enjoyed this one. I think I gave it a 4-star as well. So this follows Addie LaRue, and she kind of makes a deal with a god to escape her life that she doesn't want. She is a woman growing up in 1714. She's about to be forced into a marriage that she doesn't want, and she feels desperate and runs and prays to the god of night. And he ends up making a deal with her that she will live forever and get to like see the world. However, there is a bit of a like twist on that. Nobody will ever remember who she is. So she gets to live forever, and she gets to explore the world and see the world and experience things. But then once somebody meets her, as long as she stays in their orbit or like around them, for the most part, like engaging them, they know who she is. But as soon as they walk away or they go somewhere else, like even into a different room and then come back, they don't know who she is. So it obviously leads to a very lonely life. And for years and years and years, she goes about this, and her only companion is this god who comes every year to kind of ask her whether or not she's willing to give up her soul, because that was also part of the bargain, her soul. So like, and every year she goes and goes and she never does. So this spans many, many years, and it goes back and forth in dual timeline between her past and her present and everything she deals with. And then one day in the present timeline, she meets somebody who remembers her. And she's like, this has never happened in the many, many years, hundreds of years that I have been alive. What is going on? But she kind of just takes it as a blessing. And you kind of find out what goes from there. And it is very intriguing. This is a fantasy. I think some people call it a fantasy romance, but I wouldn't necessarily call it that. It definitely is fantasy. I don't necessarily know that I would call it a romance. Maybe. Y'all let me know if you've read it. But anywho's, I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4-star. I'm glad that I read it and it is off my shelf, because this one has been a TBR veteran. It's been on my shelf for a really long time, and I'm glad that I ended up getting to it. So both of those books were definitely a successful reads out of my TBR jars. However, I don't believe that I'm going to be doing TBR videos anymore, at least for the near future. I've kind of felt stifled in TBR videos and have been feeling forced to read books that I put in those videos for no reason other than I've made a video. Like, it is my own doing. Other than the ones that I do for like book club for Tea and Biscuits with Tara and B, or like the Abby Jimenez read along that I'm in, I don't want to force myself to read books. And I feel like when I do make a TBR video, I'm like, I have to stick to it. I have to read these. And then sometimes I'm just not in the mood for that. I am very much a mood reader. So within the first couple months, because it is now March, January, and February, I've realized this is not going to work for me. I am still going to obviously pick out of my TBR jar, which has my 12 books in 12 months, which I will pick just randomly out, and then I'll let you guys know which one I picked during my wrap up. But then for my TBR takedown videos, I am going to do it a bit vlog style. So I am going to pick out a prompt. So it would be, I pick out, we'll say this one as an example, person's name in the title. And then I will read 2 or 3 books off my shelves that have a person's name in the title and create a video that way. I think that is going to be more feasible and more fun. And I feel like it would be more streamlined too, as like a YouTube video, putting it out there into the world. And then I can have episodes of my TBR takedowns that have like the prompts. So that is what I think I'm going to continue doing. And then if it does take me a month or a month and a half to read 2 books that kind of correlate with that prompt that I picked out, it's okay. Because the vlog will eventually come out. Like I said, I was like trying to get it to monthly, to every month, and getting it done. And again, that just felt stifling to me. So I was like, I'm not going to have fun doing this. So it's going to fall by the wayside, and I'm not going to do it. So I found a way that I think will be fun for you guys to participate, or for you guys to watch, as well as for me to do. So I'll do it a bit vlog style. So it'll be at least 2 books, potentially 3. I haven't decided. That will kind of gauge maybe like how long the books are. So if it's like one, I pick out a prompt that's like read your longest book on your shelf, that might be only 1 book. But if it's like read a book under 200 pages, or read a book under 300 pages or 300 pages, like I can read a few of those in a vlog. So that is kind of what I have as an idea going forward with my TBR Takedown episodes. Without further ado, let me know in the comments below if you've read either The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue or Pestilence, and your thoughts below. And if you just have any thoughts and you want to maybe add anything to my TBR jar, any prompts or anything like that, go ahead and leave them in the comments below as well. And if you've made it to the end and you just want to let me know you were here, go ahead and leave me a black heart emoji if there is one, only because both of these books are black and gold. So I guess you could do a black or gold heart in the comments below if you want, because both of these have black and gold. So that's just it for me. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. Bye.